Hello, church. We had prayed and hoped that we would meet together this Sunday morning, at least with a few more of our friends and family in at church. That's not going to be the case for at least this week, and we're disappointed. To be honest, we're frustrated together with you. But please be assured that we are looking for ways in which to get back to meeting together regularly on a Sunday morning. Please be patient as we figure out the way forward. We also ask for your prayers in leading in this time. To put things into perspective, though, meeting together is only part of the church's calling. However imperfect and incomplete it is, online worship like we have been doing seeks to fulfill the church's calling to proclaim the good news, to disciple others, and to gather and worship the Lord. What we have been prevented from is the fellowship that we all so long for, and that believers have enjoyed to varying degrees throughout the life of the church. Fellowship is something that our church does particularly well. The Bible contains beautiful pictures of God transforming the small and insignificant into something larger and of much more worth. Good coming from the difficult. Take, for instance, the little guy with the loaves and fishes. Jesus took that sorry little lunch and transformed it and fed a crowd. I can't help but wonder how our sorry little fellowship in this time can be transformed for the Lord and for our betterment. Maybe our daily interactions with others could be done with a little bit more purpose. Maybe take the opportunity to pray with a brother or sister that you meet at the grocery store. Ask them how they're doing. Share with one another. Share a meal. Share a Coke. Share a word of encouragement. The fact is, and I think most of us would agree, that the best fellowship that we've had in our lives is the fellowship that comes when we live life together or spend time, quality time with others in the smaller ways, and maybe even in the smaller groups. It isn't necessarily on a Sunday morning, although there is something really powerful and important about God's people getting together and sharing worship. I long for sharing that time once again with you, my brothers and sisters. But maybe one of those things that God is showing us is the importance of our everyday connections. Maybe He's showing us that our eyes should be open during the week to the needs around us, to the needs of our brothers and sisters in Christ. Maybe we will satisfy a deeper hunger and have a better meal of fellowship when we give Him even the little fellowship we have and ask Him to transform it and make it come alive. The Elder Board has been brainstorming ways in which we can continue to be the church in a time like this. We recognize that for a lot of the men in our congregation, they get some interaction as they work and are not overly isolated in this time. Mothers, children, and youth are probably the most frustrated with this because there is a lack of activity and connection. So we're thinking of ways we can encourage interaction in these groups of people. Expect some activity to begin in the coming week. While this week we will not be meeting together on Sunday morning at the church, you are being encouraged to invite another couple or family over to watch the service together. And maybe in this small way there will be fellowship with other believers in a smaller house church type of a setting. With that in mind, we also would like to take the opportunity to encourage care groups to begin making plans to meet together in fellowship. If you aren't a part of a care group, please let myself or Melissa, Jake or Susie Friesen, or Norman and Norma Reimer know, and we're going to try and find you a spot in a care group. We will also be in need of more care group leaders, and so if you are interested in leading a care group, please also speak to one of these people. Maybe this is the beginning of some great care and connecting in smaller ways in our church. We're also looking for ways of doing better quality live stream of the church services, but aren't quite ready to implement this yet, and so we will be continuing with our recording the service beforehand. I want to thank all those who have sent a word of encouragement, support, or some helpful ideas to the leadership in this time. We are challenged with this, but we know that if we seek the Lord, He will grant us wisdom. On behalf of the elders, I humbly ask you to be patient and full of grace as we navigate this new season in the life of the church. We love you, and we anticipate the Spirit to work in our midst. God bless you.